My name is Kiana Springer. We are in Data 625 with Professor Prasanna Menta. Today I'd like to go over San Antonio's population growth, some of the education levels, crime rates, and ethnicity from 1970 to 2020. I do have data points in here that are sooner and some that aren't as recent, but it'll give us a good idea of what it's looked like over the last few decades. So based on some of the data that's shown here, we can see that San Antonio's overall crime rate is going down, education levels are increasing, population growth is exponential. So we're seeing a rise in education levels overall from 1970. I chose San Antonio because it's near and dear to my heart. I've been here since 2012. I've seen a sharp increase in diversity. It's a very cultured city. And when we're able to combine all of these data points together, we can get a better understanding of maybe what's driving some of these forces. Like I said, population has increased. I added an exponential line here to see that it's pretty much lined up perfectly. So we went from all the way back in 1900. I thought this was valuable to see. Small city of 53,000, which is now the size of most towns, to 1.4 million people here. It's one of the fastest growing cities in the US. And we are just seeing a lot of people moving here through work and things like that. So the ethnicity portion, like I said, it's a very diverse city. We are down in the South. And so we can see that in 1970, we were sitting about 50% Hispanic or Latino. We are now at 65. The non-Hispanic white ethnic group in 1970, we were at 43%. Now we're looking at 23. So immigration patterns could be affecting this. Like I said, we are close to the border. We have a lot of people coming in through that way. It's, like I said, very Hispanic or Latino friendly. And same with the Black or African American group has stayed pretty consistent over the years. It's only declined by 1%. We were at 7 in 1970, only down to 6 now. So not much change there. We see a small increase in the Asian population. 1970, we're sitting at 1%. Now we're at 3%. So education levels is one of the most exciting portions about this presentation. We can see I gathered data back from 1970, and I can see that only 10% of people had a bachelor's degree or higher, and now we are looking at 33%. So beautiful growth there. We may be getting more education just because there's a change in the economy, or maybe there's more access to schooling. We've got a lot of universities, community colleges here. Online programs have become very accessible, and the population growth and stronger emphasis on education in schools and families has contributed to this steady increase. Here I built us a pie chart just so we can easily see kind of a visual of what we're looking at. Like I said, you can tell 65% here. It's a wonderful thing. 23%, so it's just kind of a visual there. The most exciting thing, we've seen population go up, and we've seen the diversity kind of groups that we have here. Education's going up, so I believe that's a direct correlation to our overall crime going down. Granted, we do see an increase in violent crime at 53,000 instances in 1980. We're looking at about 67,000 now in 2020. That's not terribly uncommon with the sharp increase in population. However, the property crime did go down based on research. 1990, we're looking at, a lack of law enforcement and things like that. It was kind of a party era, but it's going down, and we can attribute that to possibly some better access to technology, cameras, security systems, anti-theft things in vehicles and things. However, I do believe there is a direct correlation, like we've seen in the data, increased education levels and things like that's going to kind of mitigate some of the crime that we see here. Here's just the resources. I was able to gather a lot of data from the census.gov, things like that, looking at population levels and things. So I deeply appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing everyone else's presentation. Have a great day.